Hello everyone and welcome to Goodwood Festival of Speed, where today we are following the story of Nick Heidfeld to see if he can set the fastest time in an open-wheel electric car. Now around here he is known as King of the Hill because back in 1999 he set the fastest time for 41 seconds, but today he's setting a new record in an electric open-wheel car. So let's go have a chat with him and see how he gets on. Nick, this is your first time here in a Formula E car. You're going to be running in the Season 4 car. What's it like driving it from F1 cars, and what's that difference for you now being able to go up the hill into your electric race car?
Well, first of all, it's great fun, and I think now this car here is one of the few electric cars here in Goodwood. In terms of driving, it feels very different because the biggest difficulty for me are the braking points, because if you miss that by a few meters, you might end up in the hay belt. So I have to self-adjust a bit. The first time I went up the hill, I was braking too slow everywhere, so you never know. You can always have a mistake or spin. Underneath and hidden, visually it looks the same on the outside. Biggest difference probably, instead of 2 gears, we only have 1 gear. Hopefully the car is more efficient and a bit quicker, definitely is lighter. Yeah, we tried to set the electric single-seater record, but to be honest, I don't know what times they did last year. It's good to know, so I have a target.
Your nickname around here is King of the Hill because you set the fastest time. Does it still amaze you to this day that that record is still being held by you?
Well, it's a bit of cheating because a few years after I did the records, I did stop to time F1 cars because it was getting too dangerous, as you can maybe see when you look at my run up the hill. But it's still a fantastic memory because I cannot imagine how many people here at the festival come up to me and say, I was here back in '99, I stood in this or that corner, and many nice memories of it, that it just makes me happy to see that motorsport can give something to people.
So we're now down here in the assembly area. Nick Heidfeld is just climbing into his new Season 4 Mahindra Racing car, but will he beat the hill climb record? Let's find out.
Now here is the record holder for the hill, Nick Heidfeld. He was driving a McLaren back then, now he's driving an FIA Formula E car, the Mahindra car, the M4 Electro. This is a Season 4 development car, not been raced yet. Heidfeld saying yesterday, there isn't much more to come out of this machine. He gets very, very twitchy as he comes into Moulcom. We ride on board with him here.
48.93 he managed to qualify, so 7/10 adrift of Anthony Reid's marker. Into Moulcom, keep it neat, back on the power.
Half a second up as the back end tries to swap ends on him, but he keeps it all together, Nick Heidfeld. Obviously a very different machine to the ones we've seen before. Pretty quiet, but he is chucking that around through the middle sector now, and he's still 2.5 tenths of a second up. So this is going to be a close one here for Heidfeld. This final hill, major struggle with the electric powertrain as he now comes across the line. Nick Heidfeld setting a 48.59. Which is still the quickest time for an electric single-seater up the hill here at Goodwood.